Reggae was born in Jamaica, but its heartbeat traveled far beyond the Caribbean. In the streets of Birmingham, the dance halls of Brixton, and the sound systems of London, a new chapter was written. One that gave voice to immigrant struggles, celebrated love and culture, and carried the rhythm into the future. This is the story of the UK's reggae greats, the voices that transformed a Jamaican sound into a British identity. From militant poets and underground prophets to lovers rock singers and modern-day innovators, these are the artists who shaped Britain's reggae legacy. Tonight, we count down the top 10 UK reggae artists, not just names on a list, but cultural architects whose music still echoes through generations. When we talk about the future of UK reggae, Alacia Scott is one of the first names that deserves recognition. Born to Welsh and Jamaican parents, she embodies the bridge between two worlds, carrying lovers rock's sweetness while injecting it with a modern, conscious voice. Lovers rock, once dismissed as soft reggae, has always been about intimacy and lived experience. Artists like Janet Kay and Carol Thompson brought it to life in the late 1970s, but Scott has breathed fresh air into the genre decades later. Her work with legendary producer Rory Stone Love speaks volumes. Rory, a giant of the Jamaican sound system era, rarely puts his name to just anyone. Together, they created music that could easily sit beside the golden age of Studio One, but it feels current, not retro. Scott's vocals are warm, controlled, and unmistakably rooted in both heritage and innovation. By balancing old-school authenticity with new-school energy, she's showing that UK reggae doesn't belong in the past. It's evolving, and she's one of the artists leading the charge. Where Alacia Scott represents the soulful side of UK reggae, Stylo G represents the fiery pulse of the dancehall scene in Britain. Born Jason McDermott in Jamaica and raised in South London, Stylo G grew up at the crossroads of cultures, and his music reflects that blend. Tracks like Sound Buoy became anthems in the UK, showing that dancehall energy could thrive outside Kingston. But what really sets Stylo G apart is his versatility. He collaborates with grime artists, mainstream pop acts, and hip-hop figures, seamlessly sliding between scenes without losing his Jamaican DNA. His collaborations with Clean Bandit and Chip prove reggae's influence still flows strong through Britain's pop bloodstream. Stylo G isn't just making music for the charts. He's embodying the diasporic story of reggae in the UK. He reflects the children of Jamaican immigrants who kept their heritage alive while forging something new in a multicultural Britain. In a sense, he's the latest chapter in a book written decades earlier by bands like Aswad and Steel Pulse.
All right, CETRENDS fam, let's keep it real. We're pouring our hearts into bringing you the best celebrity news and music deep dives. What? Check it. A massive 98% of you aren't subscribed yet. Subscribing is how you can truly support us, helping us grow and create even better content. If you're vibing with what we do, take a sec to hit that subscribe button. It's free and makes a huge difference. Plus, ring that notification bell so you never miss out. Let's flip that 98% and build this CETRENDS family together. Your support is everything.
There's a natural mystic blowing.
Julian Marley carries one of the heaviest legacies in music. Born in London in 1975, the son of Bob Marley and Lucy Pounder, Julian represents both heritage and reinvention.
You will hear. This could be.
While his father remains reggae's global icon, Julian has carved out his own space in the UK reggae story, and done so with dignity. What makes Julian unique is that he was raised between two worlds, London and Jamaica.
Don't ask me why.
That gave his music a dual identity, deeply roots-focused yet infused with a UK sensibility. His Grammy-nominated album, As I Am, is a testament to that blend. With tracks that recall his father's militant consciousness and others that lean into smooth modern production, Julian proves that British-born reggae artists can remain true to the tradition while innovating.
Could be the first trumpet. Might as well be the.
He has also been a cultural ambassador, performing at international festivals, raising awareness about global issues, and supporting causes tied to justice and equality.
If you listen carefully now, you will hear.
For many in Britain, Julian Marley is proof that reggae is not confined to its birthplace. It can travel, adapt, and still remain authentic when grounded in spirit. You grew up with the sound of reggae, the heartbeat of the islands. But this Halloween, it's your turn to bring that vibe back. From classic dreadlock hats to full-on Jamaican costumes, we've got the look that takes you straight to Kingston. No passport needed. Show up, stand tall, and let them know reggae never fades. Click the link, grab your reggae costume today, and make Halloween a celebration of the music we love.
This time I'm playing it smart. I'm going.
The 1990s were a complex time for reggae. Dancehall was booming in Jamaica, lovers rock had peaked in the UK, and American hip-hop and R&B dominated global charts.
Breaks my heart.
Yet in this landscape, one British singer managed to carve out space for reggae in the mainstream, McLean.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you?
His smooth, youthful voice carried hits like It Keeps Raining and Dedicated to the One I Love into the UK Top 10. These weren't just covers. They were reinterpretations that brought reggae's sweetness to a generation growing up on MTV and Radio Pop. McLean's ability to merge classic lovers rock with a chart-friendly polish gave reggae one of its last big commercial waves in Britain during the decade. But McLean wasn't just a pop act. He had deep roots as a recording engineer and producer, having worked with UB40 before launching his solo career. That technical background gave his music a professional sheen that stood out in the industry. More importantly, it allowed him to honor reggae's heritage while reaching new listeners who might otherwise have overlooked the genre. For those who believe UK reggae has always been too soft or commercial, Pablo Gad is the answer. He was one of the most militant voices to emerge from Britain in the late 1970s and 1980s. His anthem Hard Times, with its raw, uncompromising lyrics, reflected the struggles of Black Britain under Thatcher. Rising unemployment, racial tension, and police harassment. These weren't abstract issues. They were daily realities for communities in Birmingham, London, and beyond. Gad gave them a voice. Unlike the polished sound of UB40 or the crossover appeal of Maxi Priest, Pablo Gad was unflinching. His music was heavy on message, heavy on roots, and carried the fire of Rastafari defiance. He wasn't chasing charts. He was creating a soundtrack for resistance. For fans of roots reggae, Gad represents the underground credibility of the UK scene. Today, Hard Times remains a touchstone, not just for its haunting rhythm, but for its relevance. Decades later, the themes of economic struggle and social injustice still strike a chord. Pablo Gad proved that UK reggae wasn't just about adaptation. It could be as militant, as revolutionary, and as spiritually grounded as anything coming out of Kingston.
I'm sorry to tell you, sir, poor little Jim, get a rest.
If reggae in Jamaica gave voice to the Rastafarian struggle, in Britain it gave voice to a different, but no less urgent, resistance. No figure embodied that more than Linton Kwesi Johnson, the man who became known as the reggae poet.
Here a little Jim, I try my best to look out for him. Mama.
Born in Jamaica, but raised in Brixton, Johnson was not just a musician. He was a cultural revolutionary. He fused heavy, dub-infused rhythms with poetry that cut like a knife.
I really did try my best, but nonetheless, I'm sorry to tell you, sir.
Albums such as Forces of Victory and Bass Culture didn't simply entertain. They chronicled the lived experiences of Black Britons in the 1970s and 80s.
It was the middle of the rush hour when everybody...
Police harassment, unemployment, poverty, and political neglect. These weren't distant themes. They were daily realities.
Out drum 3 policemen, the whole of them carrying baton.
And Johnson's voice gave them power. Dub poetry, his innovation, was a new form of artistic weaponry. It was literature, it was journalism, it was protest, all layered over bass lines that echoed through sound system culture.
I'm not doing nothing, and I'm not thief, not even a button.
To this day, Linton Kwesi Johnson is studied not just as a musician, but as one of the great poets of modern Britain.
Up straight up to me and Jim. One of them hold on to Jim.
He proved reggae could be more than rhythm. It could be intellectual, radical, and transformative. If Steel Pulse were the militant revolutionaries of UK reggae, Aswad were its great shapeshifters. Formed in West London in the mid-1970s, Aswad had the unique ability to move between moods and styles, one moment singing a sweet lover's rock ballad, the next delivering a militant anthem. Their breakthrough came with songs like Warrior Charge, an instrumental that became a soundtrack to Black British resilience. But then they surprised the world with Don't Turn Around, a silky lover's rock tune that topped charts and became a global hit. For some, this versatility seemed like contradiction. For others, it showed the full range of what reggae could be in Britain, tough when it needed to be, tender when it wanted to be. More than just chart success, Aswad were a band that lived the Black British experience. Their lyrics spoke to identity, pride, and resilience. And through decades of change in the UK reggae scene, they remained a unifying voice, proving reggae's adaptability while staying true to its roots.
You know, bro, there's just something magical about listening to a reggae album on vinyl. The warmth of the sound, the ritual of dropping the needle on the record. It's a whole different vibe that digital just can't match. And if you've ever wanted to get into that classic vinyl sound, but didn't know where to start, I've got you covered. I've been checking out this Victrola Bluetooth portable suitcase turntable. It's the perfect way to get started with vinyl. You just pop it open, put on a classic album like Bob Marley's Exodus or Toots and the Maidles' Funky Kingston, and let the groove take over. The best part is, It's a suitcase design, so you can literally take your reggae vibes anywhere to the backyard, a friend's place, or just move it from room to room. And it even has Bluetooth, so you can stream music from your phone when you're not spinning records. It's the best of both worlds. This is a great starting point for any fan who wants to feel the foundation of the groove in a whole new way. If you're interested in grabbing one for yourself, I've put a link to it in the description below. Clicking that link and buying one is an awesome way to support the channel and help us keep bringing you more deep dives into the music we all love. So go check it out, and let's get back to the countdown.
Few UK reggae artists have managed what Maxi Priest did. He made reggae a global pop phenomenon without diluting its essence. Born in London to Jamaican parents, Priest was steeped in the lovers' rock tradition that thrived in the UK. But he took it further. His 1990 hit Close to You reached #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, a monumental achievement for a reggae artist, let alone one from the UK. Songs like Wild World and House Call gave reggae a smooth, romantic polish that appealed to audiences who might never have set foot in a Brixton dance hall. Priest was sometimes criticized by purists for being too commercial, but in truth, his success represented a vital expansion of reggae's reach.
This one is a special dedication to each and every one in the house. We run things!
He proved reggae could sit comfortably on global pop radio while retaining the warmth and soul of its Jamaican roots.
Would you like to hear some more?
Today, his legacy is that of a bridge builder, a man who carried lovers' rock from London into the mainstream consciousness of the world.
The stars shine so bright.
No discussion of UK reggae can ignore UB40. Few bands have divided opinion as much as they have. On one hand, critics dismissed them as a pop reggae act. On the other, their commercial success was undeniable and perhaps unrivaled. Formed in Birmingham in 1978, UB40 came out of the same social and cultural conditions as Steel Pulse.
In Kingston Town. Come on, you know this one.
Their name itself, taken from the UK unemployment form, Unemployment Benefit, Form 40, spoke to working-class realities. But their approach was different. They leaned into covers, reinterpreting Jamaican classics for a broad, multiracial British audience.
And now I am king.
Their Labor of Love series was both celebrated and controversial. For purists, it was a watering down of roots classics. For millions of listeners worldwide, it was their introduction to reggae.
And now I am king.
Songs like Red Red Wine and Can't Help Falling in Love top charts in multiple countries, bringing reggae into living rooms across continents.
And when I am king.
Love them or hate them, UB40 democratized reggae in a way no one else did. They were the gateway band, the reason many people outside Jamaica and the UK first fell in love with reggae.
All right, CETRENDS fam, let's keep it real. We're pouring our hearts into bringing you the best celebrity news and music deep dives. What? Check it. A massive 98% of you aren't subscribed yet. Subscribing is how you can truly support us, helping us grow and create even better content. If you're vibing with what we do, take a sec to hit that subscribe button. It's free and makes a huge difference. Plus, ring that notification bell so you never miss out. Let's flip that 98% and build this CETRENDS family together. Your support is everything.
Now let me go now. To let me go was not them.
And at number 1, the crown belongs to Steel Pulse. Formed in Birmingham in 1975, in the Handsworth district, Steel Pulse embodied everything UK reggae could be at its most powerful, militant, musically brilliant, and globally influential. Their debut album Handsworth Revolution remains one of the greatest reggae albums ever recorded, not just in the UK, but anywhere. What set Steel Pulse apart was their refusal to compromise. While others softened their sound for crossover appeal, Steel Pulse leaned into politics, Rastafari spirituality, and uncompromising roots rhythms. Their songs like Ku Klux Klan directly confronted racism in Britain, while tracks such as Your House showed their ability to blend militancy with intimacy. They toured with Bob Marley, spreading their message worldwide, and became the first non-Jamaican band to win a Grammy for Best Reggae Album with Babylon the Bandit in 1986. More than 4 decades later, their music still resonates because the struggles they sang about haven't disappeared, and because their artistry remains timeless. Steel Pulse are not just the kings of UK reggae. They are proof that reggae, even when it leaves Jamaica, can retain its fire, its integrity, and its revolutionary spirit. If you enjoyed this episode, then go watch this video.